Okay. We are now in the principal pathways of malignancy. So class, what do you see? We have already studied all the different parts of cancer formation. We have studied proliferation, unrestricted proliferation. We have studied the cell cycle, how DNA is repaired using your DNA repair and mutator genes. Ito lang hindi natin na-discuss. Immortalization brought about by telomerase function, the mechanism of apoptosis and metastasis and invasion. But class, coming to realize that there are 6 significant pathways of malignancy. Bakit kailangan at your level as as doctors, no, to study all of these pathways? Why do you have to know the normal mechanism for cancer? Ang complicated pala niya, doc, at saka ang dami niya. Ba't kailangan natin siyang aralin?
For treatment po.
Okay, mainly because we want to understand how they happen and so we can treat cancer, no? So is there already a treatment for cancer? Actually, there's a way to, if it's already formed, there's a way to stop progression, okay, of cancer by, meron bang isang single drug that will kill all types of cancer? Wala pa. Pero can I use multiple drugs that can target the different stages of cancer? Pwede. Pag mayayamanin ka, kayang-kaya mo yan. 'Di ba? Anong pinakamagandang strategy? Ay, unahin ko ang drug dito sa proliferation. Tapos sasamahan ko ng immortalization. Tapos to make sure na walang metastasis, bibigyan ko ng anti-metastasis. 3 gamot. Kawawa naman yung pasyente. Pero di ba, baka gumaling naman. Okay? So pwedeng ganon. No? Kasi you don't know if the cancer cells have already passed the different stages. So might as well treat multi-stage. Okay? All right. So, class, wag kayong maano dito ha. Naaral na natin to. I will just show you how cancer treatment is applied to the different pathways of malignancy. Ito, alam na natin. Diba? Na-memorize nyo na to. Anong sabi ko about proliferation? It is uncontrolled growth. And what's the mechanism? Cancer cells have a lot of growth factors. They have a lot of receptors and they are independent in the signals of the normal cell. Okay? So, pag nakita nyo GF, marami silang growth factors. No? So, if you know that, and class, the most studied pathway, no? The receptor that binds to growth factors, the pinaka-well studied in cancer is your receptor tyrosine kinase pathway, RTK in short. Okay? Halos lahat ng cancer cells meron yan. Well-studied yan. Ano yung ligands nun? The different growth factors. Platelet-derived, epidermal, fibroblast, vascular endothelial cell, and so on. No? Ang dami niyang ligands. Okay? So, pag well-studied yan, what do you think is the drug that they formulated? Okay? There. You can block growth factors, di ba? Kung gusto mo i-stop yung proliferation, alam mong maraming growth factors, alam mong maraming receptors. Easier said than done, but at least the concept is there with you now that you can block growth factors and receptors. And there are really drugs already formulated. So if you see on the right side of the slide, these are all the formulated drugs already. Kinase inhibitors, anti-receptor, monoclonal antibodies, no? Okay? So meron ng mga synthetic agents that can block the receptors and this targets the cancer cell itself. Okay? So it prevents proliferation. Moving on. Ito bang napapakita natin, P21, P53, are they good proteins? Diba? Yes. Ang problema, sila yung nasisira sa cancer. So anong pwede natin gawin? Future medicine can lead to formation of gene therapy to produce these genes, di ba? Pwede gene therapy or we can make synthetic CDK inhibitors, no? Okay, so that's one strategy because they found out that certain cancers have decreased CDK inhibitors. So this is the small molecules, protein therapy, antisense, and gene therapy that increases production of your CDK inhibitors because we know that CDK inhibitors can stimulate DNA repair to happen. Okay, so it should be something good. Okay, all right, next. Eto class, remember, Pag sinabi mong hereditary non-polyposis colonic cancer, ano ang sira? DNA repair pathway, particularly what genes? MSH1 and MSH2. Tandaan nyo yan, tatanungin ko yan sa exam. Ha? Pag nakakama-cross kayo ng colon cancer na hereditary, medyo nakakatakot. Alam mo na ang prognosis, as of this time, wala pa masyadong aggressive treatment for it. Apart from surgery, they do cancer treatment, but usually we lose the patient in a short period of time. No? Bakit? Kasi DNA repair pathway ang sira. Okay? So it is reported as MSI. Anong ibig sabihin ng MSI ulit? Microsatellite instability. Okay? Ito class ang findings nila sa colon cancer, hereditary. Tingnan nyo. Pakibasa, inactivation of Bax gene. O ano nga pala si Bax?
Protein.
It's what type of protein? It is a
Anti-apoptotic.
pro or anti? Pro-apoptotic. Kaya inactivated yung pro-apoptotic mo. Kaya pala hindi umuubra ang chemotherapy rin. Sira yung pro-apoptotic factors mo. Okay? So that's one that's a marker also whether chemotherapy will be successful. Class, this will, I think, be reported on by a certain group, no? Telomerase, okay? So I will not dwell on it too much, but reporters have to discuss what are telomeres, what's the function of telomerase, and why is it that the telomere length represents a molecular clock that determines the lifespan of a cell. Pampabata siya. It causes immortalization. Pero class, tanong ko sa inyo, sino ba ang immortalize? Is it the normal cells or the cancer cells? Ha? Sino ang hindi namamatay? Is it your somatic normal adult cells or your cancer cells? It's your cancer cells. Oo, kasi ang galing nila, 90% of tumors have telomerase. Pero yung normal adult tissues nyo, walang telomerase. So, if that is what you know, cancer cells pala have telomerase. Anong pwede mong gawin? Ha? Papayag ka ba pag binigyan kita ng telomerase capsule? Gusto mo ba yon? Pampabata para hindi ka mamatay. Okay ba sa inyo yun? Ha? No. Kasi bakit?
I-immortalize mo yung cancer.
Ma-immortalize yung cancer cells.
Oo, correct. Lahat ng forms of cancer tutubo na sa'yo. 'Di ba? Okay. So, balik na rin natin. So, para mamatay ang cancer cells, anong gagawin mo? Patayin mo yung telomerase niya. Hindi ka mamamatay. Sila ang mamamatay. So, think about it. Is it better than chemotherapy when I give the anti-telomerase gene therapy?
Yes.
Yes. Bakit?
Yes.
Bakit po?
Kasi cancer
Kasi
cells.
hindi po.
Kasi parang pinuputol mo yung immortalization ng cancer cells.
Oo. Tapos, ano ginagawa mo? May nagagawa ka ba sa normal cells mo? Are you affecting the normal cells? Not at all. Correct. Not at all. Because hindi naman, wala silang telomerase. So kahit pigilan mo yung telomerase, cancer cells lang ang target mo. Okay? So this is one of the very good treatments for cancer at this time, no? Although it's more expensive than chemotherapy. Chemotherapy kasi patay ka lahat, pati normal cells mo, di ba? Epithelial cells mo, sira. Tapos you need time to regenerate them. But ito, you look healthy, you look well, but they're actually treating and killing your cancer cells only, exclusively. Diba? Ang ganda niya. Okay? So, apoptosis is another conference. Medyo technical si apoptosis. Reporters will have to explain cell death and how it happens. Differentiate it from necrosis. No? Messier way to die in necrosis. Itong apoptosis, suicidal to. Cell suicide that you did not even know that it happened. It uses the intrinsic and intrinsic pathway. So this will be explained by the reporters. Ang important lang to note at this point, no, yung lagi kong paulit-ulit, ito po. We have the BCL2 family, which are a set of proteins that can be what? Pro-apoptotic and anti-apoptotic. Paano yung code ko sa inyo lagi? Pag merong vowel, pro-apoptotic po siya. Ang BCL-XL2 is anti-apoptotic. So, Ano kaya, Doc, ang sinisikret ng tumor cells? Kaya resistant sila sa apoptosis. Ano kaya, palagay niyo?
Anti-apoptotic.
Okay. No, very good. Ayan no, overexpression of BCL2 is a prognostic indicator. Mayroong mga cancer cells na nagpo-produce ng too much anti-apoptotic factor. So, if you treat those cells with chemotherapy and potentiate the function of P53, walang mangyayari. Ayan yung sinasabi ko, class. We have cells that are chemo-resistant and chemosensitive. So, lahat ba successful pag nagki-chemotherapy ka? Yes or no? Hindi. Kailangan pag chemosensitive cell, kailangan healthy P53 at maraming pro-apoptotic factors. Pero, anong mas common form of cancer? Di ba yung recessive mutation? Mas madalas sira ang P53 mo. Tapos, ang cancer cells mo, kahit may normal kang pro-apoptotic factors, si cancer cell mismo, ang daming anti-apoptotic factors. So, kukontrahin niya yung apoptosis. Okay? 'Di ba? 'Di ba? Nalito na ba kayo lalo? Sige, okay lang. Alright. So, yan siya, no? At this one, I'll read on this na lang para we won't use so much time. I already discussed also this. Mas ano lang siya, formal lang ang pagkasabi dyan. But that's the concept of chemotherapy. Okay? So moving on to the last, second to the last part is angiogenesis. Okay? O lahat ng itong nakasulat dito, class, yan ang requirements for successful angiogenesis except for this, inhibitors. No? So you need the healthy endothelial cells, you need angiogenesis growth factors, you need cells adhesion molecules, no, for you to transpose to another site. And you need proteases to destroy the basement membrane. So, for that to be, these are all secreted by cancer cells. So, ano na naman gagawin mo? Kokontrahin mo na naman yung secretions ng cancer cells. Inhibit mo lahat yung inisekret nila. Anong pinakaunang na-formulate? Angiogenic inhibitors. Pinakasikat, angiostatin, yan. Vasoinhibin, vasostatin. Okay, these are the angiogenesis inhibitors. Those are examples. Yeah, interferons, platelet factors, prolactin, and so on. Okay, so pag nakita mong metalloproteinase inhibitors, interferons, pag nakita nyo yan, COX-2 inhibitors, these are inhibitors of angiogenesis. Okay? All right, so these are just examples and their functions. Okay, the very last part, thank you so much. We're almost done. Wow, wala pang makakaaral na kayo sa research. Okay, sa tumor markers. What is the specimen for tumor markers? Ano bang kinukuha natin na specimen nyo?
Blood.
Okay, di ba? Madali lang bang i-measure ang blood na tumor markers? Yes. Di ba, ang dali lang. Bakit takot tayong magpa-measure ng tumor markers? Kasi ayaw malaman kung may sakit siya. Di ba? Pero take note, blood sample lang siya. Anong pwedeng gawin sa'yo? Makikita mo, eto, you can screen, you can diagnose cancer, you can even stage the cancer, okay? You can note if your prognosis is well, you can localize, and you can see the response to therapy just by the tumor marker alone. Ang dali-dali niya, ang problema, ayaw nating magpa-subject to tumor markers because of the fear to discover that you have something. Okay? But if the doctor explains well of the relevance of having tumor marker screening, you will be able to what? Earlier detection is better, no? So, ano po ba ang sinisekret ng tumors na pwede nating ma-measure? They can secrete antigens, they can secrete hormones, carbohydrates, and proteins, no? So, lahat yon pupunta sa dugo mo. At pag na-measure siya, it can lead to isolation of the site of your tumor. Okay? So, the most known, eto class ha, familiarization lang please, no? At least dapat it rings a bell when you see carcinoembryonic antigen. Ay, tumor marker yan for what? Colorectal cancer, GI, lung cancer. No? Pinaka-common colorectal CA. Pag mini-measure ang beta-HCG, ay choriocarcinoma ang ini-entertain. CA125 ay ovarian cancer. Pag alka-phosphatase ang minimeasure na tumor marker, ay bone secondaries yan, and so on and so forth. Okay? So those are the most common tumor markers that are actually part of the regular executive checkup procedures, which makes it more expensive, no? But at least, still, di ba? Prevention is better than cure. Okay? All right? Yun na. We're done. Thank you.